Down to McConnell. McConnell in the starting lineup with Mulcahy the last 4, and Rutgers has won all of them. Cross-court skip. Baker missed the first one, not that time.
I don't think Steve Peichel, and honestly, I think Iowa's gotten good shots too. I think both coaches would say we're good in quality looks, but we've got to knock them down. Joe Wieskamp doing it right there.
Morier, a guy who only averages 4 points a game, the freshman from Nigeria. And on the other end, Joe Wieskamp, he's got all 5. Right to the basket, Wieskamp has all 7.
Ducore subs into the game. Credit Mamadou Ducore for coming into this game, immediately posting hard, getting good position on Luka Garza and going right at him to his right jump hook.
And then the 3 on the other end from Jordan Bohannon. Wieskamp, he'll let it fly. What a start for Joe Wieskamp. Picked up 2 in the first 70 seconds if you weren't with us. Great find. Whoa, Ducore, easy slam.
He rolls the dice.
The other direction, Joe Toussaint. Down the lane, off the glass, no. Murray with a left-hand tap. But on the bench here, and the Scarlet Knights down 11, riding a 4-game win streak, and Iowa has lost 4 the last 5, as Baker beats the buzzer.
Montez Mathis really staying with him, but then encountering that screen, and Wieskamp gets another good look.
There's Baker. He said he needs to take over. He's got 7 now, Rob.
Up and up from there. Certainly had his struggles as all freshmen do, but he is a really good player.
And maybe that will get Ron Harper Jr. going. Largest deficit has been 13. Wieskamp. What a first half. Wieskamp now with 16 points.
They need him to be aggressive and look for his own.
Well, McConnell getting his own miss and giving it to Paul Mulcahy. 3rd time this year they've been under 35, and they lost the previous 2, once against Indiana, the other to Minnesota. Bohannon, long 3, ring it up. Shot clock at 3. Here's Murray. Out to McCaffrey. Lets it fly. Baker, crossover, mid-range, yes.
Boy, he left Patrick McCaffrey in the dust. That was a heck of a crossover.
I think he's hesitant, Robbie, because he's 0 of 6 from the floor, including 5 3-point misses, as Murray knocks down the 3. Getting some extended minutes with C.J. Frederick having 3 fouls. Frederick's been limited to 9 minutes. And Garza gets... Oh!
Boy, Luka Garza just put Miles Johnson in a weight room. Early in the game, Brandon, they had wide open shots from the 3-point line. Just haven't been able to make them. Well, I think Keegan Murray might wish he could play Rutgers every game. He took his time right there, stepped back, and now just an errant pass.
And McConnell, who's had his fingerprints all over this game. What a play indeed.
There have been plenty of bricks, especially early on to rebounds, so yeah, there's been opportunity.
Yeah, that's true. That time, not a brick. Luka Garza from deep.
First foul was a really bad call. And that happened about 15 seconds into the game and just totally set the tone for him.
Wieskamp, he's the guy that set the tone for Iowa. 18 points now. Here he is. Another assist for Garza. And Fred McCaffrey saying he's just going to be day-to-day, probably through the rest of the season, battling that leg injury. As Wieskamp knocks it down, he's now over 20 tonight. A new season high for the junior. 21. Baker. Great lob to Morier. Again, Joe Wieskamp just straight in a zone. Off balance, tough shot for Patrick McCaffrey.
And Rutgers certainly had a tough stretch, as most all teams have had in this league this year.
Bohannon, long 3, and he banked it in, and he now moves into a tie for 3rd place all time. And Iowa, who had lost 4 of 5, with a top 25 win, 79-66 over Rutgers. They sweep the season series against the Scarlet Knights.